Hi, my name is Eve Prusel.
And hi, my name is Aileen. We both are 8th grade students in Virgin Islands Montessori School and International Academy in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands.
We had learned about the benefits of eating healthy food versus eating junk food in a PE class earlier in the year and were appalled to learn how easily fertilizers spread. They can spread by wind, water, or animals. We then thought that if we can't change how easily the fertilizers spread, we can change how appealing using organic fertilizers are instead of using non-organic fertilizers. Our solution was to create a cheap, natural, and organic fertilizer that works just as well as, or better than, non-organic fertilizers existing today. In the diagram shown, you are able to see a way that fertilizers can be moved from one farm to another. The cloud above rains down water that washes mud or grass or plant residue into the river. The river is then irrigated into a separate farm or gardening plot, which then absorbs those nutrients, which include the chemicals used in the fertilizer.
We thought that we could make the fertilizer cheap by using plants that grow around us. Because we live on a tropical island, this is relatively easy. We use bananas, seaweed, sand, and fish eggs that we found around the island. We bought milk, spirulina, and bug spray to put in it.
After combining our ingredients, we bought a common organic fertilizer and a common non-organic fertilizer at our local hardware store to compare it with.
Then, we tested those 3 fertilizers on 6 broccoli seeds, each for 10 days. We used regular organic soil.
Our controlled variable was the non-organic fertilizer, so we compared the other two fertilizers to that. Note, only the ingredients in each fertilizer differed. All other factors in the plant's growth were kept the same throughout. The pictures shown are pictures of the plants each day as they progressed in their growth.
After observing each fertilizer every day for the 10 days, we found that
the organic fertilizer that we bought left a brown, yucky-smelling residue that eventually hardened, forming a tough crust on the top of the soil. At the end of the 10 days, that fertilizer had produced one small stem and leaf about half a centimeter tall.
the non-organic fertilizer that we bought left the soil healthy and normal looking, but we were unable to observe any signs of any plant growth.
The organic fertilizer that we made was the most successful fertilizer. It left a small amount of seaweed and banana residue behind. By the end of the 10 days, we were able to observe 3 plants about 3 inches tall growing healthily. This paragraph shows the number of plants that grew from each fertilizer. The large red section represents that 3 different plants grew in the section that was fertilized by the fertilizer that we created by ourselves. The blue section represents the one plant that grew in the organic fertilized section. There is no green section because the non-organic fertilizer did not produce any plants. Our fertilizer makes organic fertilizers sound more appealing to farmers and gardeners because it is cheap and effective. Using organic fertilizer will reduce the risk for many serious diseases and help counteract global warming by reducing planters' footprints. It will also affect animals in a positive way because they will no longer be eating food and plants with chemicals on them.